Gage.
Yeah, hardly. Yeah, nah, still enjoying himself. Wonderful entrance, something new every time you see him. Now he's having a little go at intimidating his opponent.
See Lawal just brush him off there. Let's have a look now at the relevant statistics. There you are, Lawal 6 years older. Both of them short, even for featherweights. Naz just 4 ounces inside the limit. Lawal a pound inside. And there the fight stats, and you can see Naz only 3.6 rounds averaging per fight, and Lawal the other way around, 6.3. And 8 of Naz's wins have come in the second round, the round that he predicts he'll win this one in. Right, let's go back to the MC, Mike Goodall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is sanctioned and conducted under the rules of the World Boxing Organization, whose president, Senor Francesco Valcasel, is at ringside with supervisor John Montana from Arizona. The British Boxing Board of Control supervisor is Mr. Simon Block, and the steward in charge, Mr. Brian McAllister. The timekeeper at the bell, Mr. Jim Russell of Glasgow, and the judges at ringside, appointed by the WBO, Mr. Louis Pavon from Puerto Rico, Mr. Jose Rivera from Puerto Rico, and Mr. William T. Connors from the United States of America. And in charge of tonight's action, officiating in his 126th contest, our referee this evening, Mr.
There's Ismael Fernandez, who officiates, but of course won't score. The 3 judges will do the scoring here.
Live from the SECC in Glasgow, on Europe's premier sports channel, Sky Sports, and the Big Time Boxing, where it's Big Fight Time. Promoted by Frank Warren for Sports Network and Catherine Morrison, in association with our sponsors, Glasgow District Council for the City of Glasgow, the National City of Sport, and MBC, the Middle Eastern Broadcasting. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you the boxers for this, a 12-round contest of 3 minutes each round to decide the WBO Featherweight Championship of the World. Firstly, in the red corner, wearing the red trunks with the white trim, and coming originally from Nigeria, now fighting out of Austria. From 19 professional contests, he has had 17 wins, 7 by way of KO, with 1 loss and 1 draw. He weighed in at 8 stone, 13 pounds, and comes to the ring tonight as the WBC International Featherweight Champion and the challenger for the title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Glasgow, Syed Lawal. Across the ring, ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner, wearing the leopard and coming from Sheffield and Yemen. In 20 professional contests, he is undefeated, 18 wins by way of KO. He weighed in at 8 stone, 13 pounds and 12 ounces. He is Britain's most exciting fighter and the current WBO Featherweight Champion of the World, making the first defense of his title. Ladies and gentlemen, the incredible, unbelievable Prince Naseem at the end. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the referee for the contest, Mr. Wizo Fernandez, will give his instructions to both boxers.
Dead right, he's the most exciting. How good he is, we still don't exactly know. Maybe we'll know a little bit more tonight.
Well, now is the time for Lawal to meet him eyeball to eyeball, and he still has not been prepared to do that. He's refused to meet Naz's gaze all the way through the introductions. So now we'll find out if indeed he is intimidated.
It's been some build-up. people say they're going to be in front of Naz. Take the fight to him.
I don't think that's a bad idea, as long as you keep your chin down nice and tight between your shoulders and keep punching as you move forward. If you stay in front of Naz and don't throw any punches, then he's going to take you out. He can't back off. He has to go forward and try to get close.
Round one.
Oh my word! That was the right hand we were worried about.
The fight's all over. The fight is all over. His legs have gone. The referee could just call this. Naz, I wonder if he'll back off and just let him recover, because this fight should be stopped. That young fellow's legs are completely gone. If this fight is not finished in the first round, it's because Naz doesn't want to. Yep, it's all over. All over.
The most clinical finish seen in the British ring for some time. And Prince Naseem Hamed retains his WBO featherweight title.
Well, we didn't learn anything new, but we were reminded of the chilling power that Naz has with one single punch. That's all it took. All that training, all that road work, all that preparation for one punch, and the night's work is over.
A few boos around because people feel they've got shortchanged.
Yeah, well, people were expecting, I'd hoped for a little bit longer than there was promised. We were promised 5 minutes and we got like about 30 seconds. I haven't heard the official time yet. But I think people get a little bit disappointed. We really have to see a competitive match. Even if it's a short match, we don't mind, but it has to be competitive. Well, a one-punch start and finish is certainly not competitive. But breathtaking, wonderful power from Naz, but not a competitive match. So people, yes, I think they're entitled to feel just a little bit disappointed.
Next up should be Danny Alissier of Puerto Rico, who's the #1 contender. He perhaps will ask a few more questions. There's the first knockdown, the very first punch of the fight.
It's possible that Naz didn't really intend finishing the fight with one punch. Maybe even surprised himself there. Maybe that was just a punch he threw. He stepped in with the punch. It was a wide hook. Maybe Naz at the time didn't really realise it was a knockout punch he was throwing. I think he would have liked to put his show on a little bit longer. You see, in he goes, supreme confidence. Just looking, out it comes, wide punch, bang, perfectly on the chin, and it's all over. The referee could really have stopped it then, because when Lawal got up, he had nothing to offer, his legs were gone. I wondered if maybe Naz would back off and allow him to recover. He decided not to. One more punch, doing exactly as he pleases.
You could see the head rock backwards. It was some punch.
Yeah, tremendous punching and tremendous power. And once again, we're amazed at where Naz finds this power, where the power comes from. But the fans are obviously going to feel cheated.
Two extraordinary punches. And there's the second. The head goes right back, and that uppercut really sorted him out. So Naz is the champion. And here is the
Ladies and gentlemen, after 35 seconds of the first round, the referee has stopped the contest. The winner and still featherweight champion of the world, Prince Naseem Hamed.
So Naz seems happy enough. A job done in spectacular fashion. 2 ruthless right-hand punches. And he's still the champion. We'll be talking to the man right after this break.
Frank, tonight is your time. Your date with destiny.
Naz, congratulations. I think you answered one question we had, how the right hand was. I think the right hand's in pretty good shape.
The right hand's perfect. As you see, I don't tell lies. When I make predictions, I make to knock him out. Now, he wasn't going to the second round, but I would have loved to do it in the second round because I predicted it. But at the end of the day, it hit him so hard, the first shot, and it put him down, basically. So, what the hell with the second round, you know? He was going, so he had to go.
Did you know it was a meaningful punch when you threw it?
I knew it hit him bang on. I timed it so precise. I told everybody in my changing rooms what I was going to do first round. And if it had hurt him, and it did. It hit him with a beautiful, cracking timing shot. That's what a true professional is, a true world champion. So everybody out there what are listening, especially the fighters that want to fight like sweet seeing stupid people out in Britain. They get knocked out, Sparko.
After you knocked him down the first time, you just seemed to step back just for a fraction of a second, seemed to almost as if you were waiting for the second round, and then you came back in and it was a ruthless uppercut.
A ruthless uppercut. I mean, end of the day, you've seen the shots yourself. They were so timed, precise. I was so cool, calm and collected. I wasn't missing anything. End of the day, I knew what I had to do. And the first round came, it ended, you know.
We were watching your face during the ring walk, and even when you got in the ring and you were stalking him, he looked to be a little bit intimidated.
Well, that's my opponent. I mean, I can't do anything about that. That's him. I came here, it's great in Scotland. I get a great buzz. The reception I got was unbelievable. I love the Scottish crowd, and you never know, I might be fighting here all the time.
There's a few booing. I think they'd like to have seen a bit more of you. I think that's the response.
Well, you know, that's how it goes, boxing to boxing. I mean, I come out here and done my job, and I took him out with a perfect right hook and then carried on and took him out in the first round. First round and second round, they knew they were going to get a late round job anyway. I said second round, but it ended in the first early.
We've seen a few boxers in recent months saying how they're not in love with the game. You look as if you are absolutely in love with the game.
I love the game. I'll always love the game. Boxing is a great game. It's the hardest sport out. But I've trained all my life from the age of 7. This is why I'm so good today. I just thank my parents, my family, everybody behind me, and the main thing behind me is Allah, that is God.
What's next? Do you think Danny Olissier, he's the #1 contender, will you fight him next, or do you want to go for Azuma Nelson?
I'll fight any featherweight, any super bantamweight. I might be even stepping up and soon come when I beat Azuma Nelson. I'm going to beat all of them. I'm going to bring so many world titles back to England, it's going to be untrue. I'm going to be a legend, and I said that from the start.
We're off for a party now, and I think you're going to join us and
I'm going to have a wicked party. I am going to have a wicked party. I'm going to be flying out in the next week to the Caribbean. I'm going to be chilling.
Before that,
I've done my job. I've done my business.
You sure have. Have you got a word for Frank Bruno?
Frank, he knows he can do it. Just get out there and do it. He knows he can do it. Good luck to Frank because he knows he can do it. You know you can do it, Frank.
Okay, now see you later.